No, I'm not watching. No. No, why the fuck would I do that? Get strapped into. I missed again. That don't work out very well. No, no, no! Yeah.
Afford to leave. It was because two.
Oh shit, I've dropped that. No way, I have 2 with a 747. Okay, I'll shoot him down. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's get this info soon, guys. No! Going for a nice smooth landing that was. Don't do what I think you're trying to do, you. Did you just try to crash into it? Fuck off, you cockhead. No, you cock. You cock. Hello. What's this dude doing? Get out of here. No way, no way, no way, no way. Oh my god, no, that was actually so close. That was actually so close. What games do you play Roblox? I'm gone. Crash all am. Sinking ships. Also power. I've had to type it in just because there's such a long delay for the chat. There's a few more games, but I don't know them exactly off the top of my head. So I'd probably have to go into my recently played to find them. Oops. I understand my username is quite long, it's just I don't want to take forever and seem like I'm being useless. Here we go. What the hell? Hang on. I'll close the app and reopen it. Just make sure it's working. Well, not make sure it's working, make sure that it came through. There we go. And then wait, I'm charging up my wrong device. I was trying to charge up my I was meant to charge up my earphones, but I've plugged in my iPad. So yeah. Oops. No. You joking, bro? More you crash, the better plane you get. Oh. So, I'm going to try and come for a no-gear landing, which is quite hard, but you should be able to do it because I've done it on some planes before. Come on, no! Why did I just use the sit in? I'm going to have to go as slow as possible, so, you know. There's some really mad good in my plane, yeah? No! So, I forgot about this. There is one slight issue. Oh, no. Go away, my life shit. Oh my god. What? I can't even be bothered with this autocorrect. What not sucks. Reset. We'll go in the old previous best plane, which is this bad boy. The Airbus A350. It looks very nice. We will come in for a landing. Skirt will go no gear. Angle attacks. Come on, no! Planes are these planes are just ridiculous. What plane have I done it in and I know I've done it in? I'm done in this one. Come on, put the landing gear up, dude. Oh no, I've done in this plane. This one's more agile. Meaning that like less of the stick and it moves the same amount. No, I'm gonna stop in time, am I? Oh, actually, I did. So you can land this one with no landing gear. You know what? Let's do a test. I already know these two can't. Let's try this one with no gear. Even though this one's a lot faster. Nah, you just got it. What's bro on about right here? Or you were streaming, question mark. So from this test you can't do it with the F15, so I'll do it normal speed. Yeah, it's never happened to me before. Actually, no. No, actually, no, I'm gonna have to check that, because, nah, you can't do it. Yeah, you can't, that's even worse than the last crack, you just can't do it. Do it in the, I think it's meant to be a Boeing 737. It doesn't look too close to a Boeing 737, but it's what it looks closest to. I hate when they do this. Just gotta lose some altitude quickly. No, that's not the guy you're thinking is. There we go. So you can do that with a horribly hard landing in the 737. What's this dude doing, cuh? I'm gonna try in the propeller plane. I don't know which propeller plane this is meant to be. I think it's the ART-72. I might be wrong. I can't. My mind's gone blank, so it's just that's the first one I can think of. Don't you dare. I'm after in a private server unit. Ignore my flying, guys. Ooh. See, one thing I think what might help to our advantage, yeah. It's not helped too much, but you know, your plane in reality still held together. Not classed as a landing because it was quite rough, but I'm gonna count that anyway because look, that's pretty darn good. Good enough for me, in fact. You actually are ridiculously annoying. So I'm trying to hit everyone. Screw you. Screw you. Nah, I'm not bothering. I'm just going to a private server. We've got no people in the live right now. Actually, it's just bumped up to 2 viewers, I believe. Thank you guys if you have joined. Gotta wait 200 seconds, so we're gonna have to do round 2 and do it all again. First up, 747. This one, the landing gear fully goes into the gear bay. Instead, some leather stuff stick out. Coming for a nice, hopefully a nice and a gentle landing. But with these two planes, specifically the 747 and the A350, even if you're gentle, they're still very rough. You see that? Immediate breakup, it's physically impossible. You can't make one of these landings gentle. It's ridiculously impossible. So this is the result of a gentle landing, and it still ended up like this. So I reckon the strategy is basically not to use the 747 unless you're doing landing gear landings, and then it doesn't matter as you're doing landing gear landings, and you'll always be successful unless you're doing a landing fast or hard. But as long as you're being gentle, you're fine. And I'll demonstrate that after I do an gear landing with this. Basically. So coming down now. Sort of level it out. No. That was a bad example. Okay. I'll show you how hard of a landing you can actually do with the A350 as an example. Hang on, I'm just plugging in my earphones, guys. Okay, so my earphones are at 50% now. Let me check my okay, normal video. So I will show you how hard of a landing you can actually do in the A350. You can do a landing that hard. Actually, that was too hard. Normally it works, but the fact that there's a road there, it completely made it bouncy. So we'll do it in a nice, level, flat ground. We'll make sure that our nose. Yep, there we go. You could do that. That must have been patched, so that no longer works. But that did work yesterday, so I should have a video out with a clip of that working already. So if so, stay tuned. Either way, with the no gear landing on the A350, it's always bound to fail. Now, because I'm not spending Robux to do this, I'm not using every single plane, and so I'm not using the F-15 with guns basically. I won't be using that. So next up is the private jet. No gear landing, and this one you can be very rough with it, and it still does the landing. I'm going to try my best not to, because I don't want to have to do it twice. But we'll go down at an angle like this instead. I'll go do it. So you can do it very rough, but normally what happens. So we'll do it gentle this time. There we go. Oh, that was rough. I've done it in the last server, so I might just give that a little, pass. We won't, because for some reason, I will just do it until I get it. Because I have got it before, Oh no, that's doable. I can't join you at the moment, dude. Sorry. It's if I could bounce it yet. Nah, bro, I've done it before. I'm not wasting time on that. I've got other stuff to do. This one is one of the it's never gonna work. I feel yeah, I'm gonna class this as a successful landing on a that's a successful landing. This one can do it piece of piss. I could probably do it at an angle like this. We won't know because I don't want to have to do it again. Not straight with it. Maybe not too much of an angle. We've got it down at an angle like this. Oh my fucking god. Why do all the planes not do it now? I've already done it once. And I've actually done it, and if you scroll back in the live, you will actually be able to see it. This should bullshit. Redo it. Okay, so we'll do it again this time. Even though the angle of impact looks even worse, but you know. I hate the fucking agility on this shit. Now I'm gonna end up fucking not enough to land. Even though like I might, but you know. Come on. There we go. That's the landing. That's beautiful. So most planes can do a landing like this, but because I'm in a private server, it's less laggy because there's less planes around, meaning that it actually makes it a little bit harder in a sense. But yeah, we did it. I probably could do it with every single plane. I just haven't got the time, and I know that people in this live haven't got the time to be patient with that. I thought I'll just mark it as no. Now I know the 747 can't do it. The A350 can't do it. But you know. There we are. That is a landing map. Bit rough, but that is a landing. You won't say I've done a landing because it's fucking bullshit. But that is a landing. Now we're on to the MD11. I nearly said MC11. I don't even know why I nearly said that. This is the second plane. What you get, star. So you only get one, and then once you get 10 crashes, you get this. This is kind of a star pack. Boom. No, that fuck. I'm counting that. Fuck you. That's random. So this is the star plane. This is a E190 in Raider. Oh no, that's not how you say, but yeah. I think the ones where the engines actually stick down, that helps a little bit. If you look at like the same feet. So what I mean by that is where like the engine retreats quite far at along. So like the nah, you can't. Okay, either way, we've done that on board. So we're no longer landing there. We can do landing inside the zone 6 now. Quite hard. but you know, you can do them. You do end up with no landing gear, or very little. Yeah, no landing gear there. We'll do a landing. I'll just do a landing there. Then we will do a landing every single plane with landing gear and see how rough you can actually get it to go. Yeah, that's a good one. That. Oh, yeah, that's not very good. And down and rammed it. Okay. Command. No. Okay. So this is with landing gear now. This one, as the landing gear is so short, it will be a struggle. Oh, bless me. Now, I think you can do landing at this angle of attack. Yeah, you can. Beautiful. You probably could go a little bit more. I just don't want to risk it because I don't have to do it again. A350. We will go for this. This has longer landing gear, meaning it will be a little bit easier. If you look, you can go quite far down. Might struggle. No, 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 no. We've done it. We've done that landing. So the landing gear does great, and what's it doing? Right, so on this, I don't know if they've patched it, because this was before the last update. The landing gear, it crushes itself and bends back into the plane. Seems to not happen. Seems to not be happening now. No, no, no. I think it's. No. Yes, there we go. Just happened. So that is what happens sometimes. It full on drops down. So I'll just do another landing at full speed to show that. Now this is off topic, I know, but I will continue showing you what happens with the landing gear, because obviously this is helping with demonstrating this plane's capabilities. Yeah, there we go. Just drop down. Now I don't know whether this wheel's going to shoot off. Yeah, shut off. The wheel's going so fast that when we've landed, it's still keeping that continuous pace. So that's that. Now we'll go on to the private jet with landing gear. We're pretty roughly. It's about there. Is that where you used to do it? Yeah, at there. Nothing really happens with these, it's just a little bounce down. Yeah, when that's landed. Now we go on to the fighter jet. Sorry for players, because it's no longer actually live, it's 30 minutes behind. Also, there's our landing. Oh, that's a landing. That is a landing. But we'll do it again, because I didn't actually catch it. You have someone you know full well, or someone saying that's not a proper landing. Hang on, they keep patching this shit. You used to be able to do it. Let's have a look. And no, the fire truck it can't fly. It's a vehicle that drives on the ground. So that's why I'm also not using the fire truck, even though it's also free instead of Robux. They patched it. They have actually patched it. So I don't think you can. I don't think you can land at full speed with a landing gear anymore. I will give it one last try just to fully rule it out. Even though, now I think of it, I was landing quite hard. Here we go. There we go. This will be it. There we are. That's our beautiful landing. Yes, it does ruin your landing gear, but we landed. So now we go on to the Boeing 737. So this landing gear also changed subject. It is very long. So we are coming down for a landing now. But with this one, we can go all the way down to this sort of angle, and it shouldn't damage. Even though that is just purely simply because of the coming back down when it like hits the bounce, it should theoretically be okay apart from that. So if you look, as long as the nose is sort of like above that, it will land fully, and it will land. Don't know, I don't know why this is happening exactly. So I think I'll just have to do a nice soft landing. It can do that angle. Yeah, it can do that angle. So I think they have patched some of these being able to do it, because obviously then you haven't got to put any effort into the landings, which obviously they like effort. Otherwise it's just free landings, basically. So we are now coming down in the 80R72. Oh, there we are. It's a lovely landing. Oh, I feel like that might cause some issues. No, okay, perfect. Now it's the MD-11. This one has mediocre length wheels, so they're still long, but they're still a little bit short. So again, you can go down at quite a steep angle, unless it's been patched. Nah, it's not been patched. You can go down at a steep angle. It does give your wheel a little bit of a cockeye, but it's okay. So now we are in the starter plane. We bring down the plane down here, nice and nicely done. Again, gives your wheels a bit of that cockeye spread, but it's okay. No comments, no people, 2 people watching, that's bullshit. Now we have done that. Oh, hello. So I do believe that is actually my chat being broken. Fizzle, fizzle, hello, fizzle. Okay, nice to have you back. 35 minutes. This stream's been going on for. Actually, it's a little bit more than 35 minutes. I might have to. Well, might not have to, but I might leave this game and play another game. If you're wondering, I do actually share my account with another guy. Well, not share it, but he has got my password because I shared the password with him. And whenever I started my account, it was the same year. So it was in 2020. Yeah, I made a video about the game. So, I'm gonna have a quick look at my oldest badge and see what it is. How many badges do I have? What the hell? Man, this is going real far back. Really far back. Beta tester. So I actually played the game when it was still in beta mode. It's in playing crazy. So you can't get this. One strength, you can't get that anymore. First join, you can't get that. Visitor, can't get that. This is crazy. Join for fun. Derpy Studios. Welcome to Roblox Fitness. Welcome to Ventureland. Continue. First customer. Or like when I joined, all the games like really like I don't know how to describe it. Like not very good. So when did this game come out? Came out. I played this a couple of months after it came out. Quite literally, that's crazy. So yeah, that's mental. This. That. So this game, I literally played years ago. What rank am I private? Yeah, I first played this in 2020, and then I think I've never played it again after that. Yeah. General, Major, Second Lieutenant, Sergeant, Corporal, oh my God, there's a lot of privates, Raider, and hey. Yo, no way, I just got to kill you. That is so Risley. Yo, Nettie. Hey, can you sub? Of course. Channel. Subscribe. Everyone subscribe to Dog Zoro. Yeah, everyone subscribe to Dog Zoro. I'm gonna continue looking at my badges and yeah. So yeah, continue looking at my badges. So how many pages of badges do I have? It's actually crazy though looking at these because these are all the games I used to play, or at least most of them, because obviously some of them don't have badges, or most of them don't have badges. But these are like I have 64 pages of badges. We played. What's that? That's that bomber game. First survival. I think that's actually. I don't know what game that is actually. Paradise first drawing. Can't remember. Club Life. That was my favourite game ever back in the day. You played. Is that Bloxburg? That's not Bloxburg. I remember that. Backpacking. Also love that. Pellerine. Can't remember what game that is. I think that's that bonky bonk game where you just bonk people. Sir Highness, what's this? Sky aerobatic flying skydiver. You started your flying log, congratulations. Yeah, no way, I actually remember this. Is it the game I think it is? Yeah, it's the game I think it is. I actually so how old is this game? Came out in 2018. Still being updated as of 2025. That's pretty mental. Uh, oh yeah. I only have 3 pages, but I do have limited. So I guess that's kind of sick. I guess. Passes. This is where it gets crazy. Let's see how many game passes I've got, or how many passes. I've got 6, but that's quite a lot. So I got 10. Test. Okay, so this is my. So I donated 15. First ever thing was I donated first of Game Pass ATC Tower for um flying game. I forgot what it's called. Pilot training flight simulator. Tugboat, green balloon in um what's it called? I can't even remember the game anymore. Swap pacifier slash EMT, ultimate driving, free trolls pass, emergency supplies, speedboat, first class. Wait, no way. Some of my first things was actually on that Titanic game. Extra colours, superhuman, crowbar, VIP, premium crusher, neon metal. Oops. Oh no. Rank sergeant. So I own that City Cheerio pack, half-eaten biscuit. All the recent things I brought was literally just donations. Um, permanent forklift crane, permanent overhead crane, admin commands. What game is this? What the hell, dude? What the hell? Fuck you. What the hell is this shit? Wait, can I kick people? Sorry, dear. Euro underscore 2555. Bad. You. So, you're telling me I brought VIP?
They need to die. They need to die. You hear me? They need to die.
I did buy mod. Are you fucking joking, bruv? Nah, this is rubbish. I I brought admin. So what do I have? Nah. No, I'm not doing this shit. So he can fly. Yeah, I can't. Nah, that shit. That shit, bruh. Oh well, never be playing that. Private servers, other private servers. The hell? Who's Nicholas? Who is Nicholas Dynasty? He's the only person with all these game passes. Oh, okay. So it's just how many game? No, not game pack. What the hell? Oh my god. How many? How many private servers does 26? Holy Ohio, Ohio's OG. What about my private servers? Warship roleplay. Uh, so just like a bunch of actually just millions of just millions of games I've not played since. Like I made one game pass and then not played them since. So now we're gonna go for passes, as that's what I was just doing. I won't be joining any games from that pass thing now. Define pack, fire, spot. Okay, so that's just a donation. Advanced fishing rod, race tow truck, teleport gun, zone, zone R, wheelboat, the forest engine, air thrusters, uh, classic rolling stock, become small, Alfred the B-12, admin panel, Coast Guard, donation, hypersonic, DCC programmer. Whoa, that's a lot of money. 1,000. That's went up since I brought that. That has not always been 1,000. Now, I'm not even being silly. I know it's not always been 1,000. Here we go. What's this? Pass available in your inventory description. Use this pass in Minecraft Fun. What? Rank Sergeant. In a game I've made. SUSA. Shout out. I would recommend playing it as it's skippy. Oh my god, I'm rich. You joined first. Oh, cool. I'm not. I'm not rich, by the way. I don't consider myself rich. Some people might. I don't. Gamepad. No, no. Which page? Okay, this page. So we've got RPG, Second Locomotive, Undercover Police. Okay, so that was Emergency Hamburg. Zombie. That's a donation, I think. Drag Car. That wasn't 30% off when I first got it. Race Planes. 2 times money. What game's that? Blue Angels. Sergeant. Military Police. Pistol. Base Access. Homeland Security. Holy shit. Assault Rifle. Admin. Commercial planes. How much should I spend? Advanced tuning. Scars. Tank. Super Worker. VIP. Skylab. Search and Rescue on one of my favourite games. Crow Pack. Assault Rifles Pack on Southwest Florida. Car Reflection. Double Pay Speed. Double Job Earnings. Car Radio. Car Colours. Drivetrains Expansion. Luxury Pack. Music Unlocked. Premium Flashlight. Got any? Nah, someone's E2s, Weird Extra Trains, Movie Trains, Deluxe Controller, Free Admin, 1,000. That was never 1,000, I swear to God that's a lot. Rocket Launcher, Rocket Booster, Double Neck, oh, Special Racing Vehicle, that's 490. Super Long Neck, Extended Neck, Search and Rescue, First Class, what's that on? Desert Road Pack, Premium, Hyuna. Don't know what those hypercar. You can't get hypercars anymore. That's actually off sale at Game Pass. VIP. Protection. Oh, I brought VIP. RAF pilot, more teams. Lieutenant. Oh, plus more teams. Lieutenant. VIP. That's Adopt Me. Scuba diving gear. Neon materials. Premium crusher. VIP. Crowbar. Superhuman. I've already been through them. Yeah, no comment. I'll just have to keep making sure because sometimes I can't see when people comment, so I just have to keep checking. Um. Where do I check my account value? Because I'm curious. Just want to see how much. Well, how much I've been. How many Robux I've been given. So this is the most trustable and reliable source. So yeah. This is the most reliable source on Roblox, unless you want to go through and do everything yourself, which takes a long time. View now, let's see how much it costs. So already at, okay, that's a lot. That's already gonna be a lot. This is gonna be a lot. No, I'm not spending 25. Look at different countries. Let's convert it. Damn, this is crazy right now. It's already spent how much? Whoa, hang on. Mr. Beast top is that much. What? So already up to 1,500. 1,500. Nearly 1,600. Yeah, nearly 1,600. Oh my god, 1,600. Oh my god. So this is how many Robux has been brought for. It's gone up to, that's a billion. My account's worth a billion. What the My account's worth a billion Robux. That's the bonus of buying limiteds and stuff, I guess. Cause I'll sell for a lot more. So currently I spent a lot. Well, actually, I've not spent a lot of Robux. Everything I've had has been bumped up, like the price of it. Like that tofu thing, that price has been lowered. Why? What is all this shit on my account? Some of this I didn't buy. Most of it. But yeah, don't forget though, this is all stuff what's accumulated over like 5 years. What the fuck is all this shit? Half of this I didn't, half of the hairs I didn't buy. Unless like, unless me and my sister's doing like challenges. Animations, there's no point going through these. Ooh, that's fast. Eat a chocolate. Oh. Ooh, we're already at 13,000 on game passes. Nearly 20,000. Yeah, we're hitting. Oh. Yeah. Why not? How about friends at private? Yeah, it actually is a billion. What the hell? That is just crazy, bro. You're crazy, bro. Yeah, it's not real. I don't know why it says flex value, 'cause that's just rude. Like, no, not flex, my value. So yeah, if you look in the corner, it says 1 billion. I think that is actually crazy. Yeah, a billion. Can't be rude, cut. I think my value is, yeah, yeah. How are you? The normal coin. Well, why not? So, I didn't realise my account worth was 1 bill. I didn't realise that. Oop. Oh. No, it's not worth it. Where has it gone? Special guy. Oh. Um. Find button. Oop. 5 points for button there. Found one. Before I leave every single surface, I have nowhere on the chat. Just so you have the highest possibility. Yeah. See, I don't know how many there are. That could be seen as a trick. To be fair, I think that's all of them. Unless that's all of them. Didn't count how many I did, but that's as many as I can find. So, your best time. Used to do obbies all of the time, so I should be pro at this stage, yeah. Come on, Kerr. No! No! I nearly did that. No. Booth Plaza. Oh, okay, never mind. Let's talk about actually here. No, he's still here. Okay. You don't need coins though, really, do you? Is he left? I bet he's left. No. What's he doing? What is he just like playing and walking around? Avatar load. Who's this? Who is this? Like, Who is this magical person? What does it take so long? Who is this magical person? Screw this, I'm walking off for a sec. Wait. Well, they've left, haven't they? Yeah, everyone's left now. Well, not all left at once. I've never been too good at the walls, to be fair, so I'm not surprised that I normally die on them. No! You dick. Why have I got to walk all the way fucking back over there? This is bullshit. Bullshit. I'm doing it one more time. If it doesn't work, I'm fucking reporting this game. Fucking shit. That fuck you, you fucking fat fucking piss take. Fuck this. I'm watching Time Team instead. Ew. What the hell is that? Not on about that, I'm on about the one in the middle. Just put more F. Ew. Get off, you ugly woman. What's that?
Cactus Farm Flea Market, SB Dunglows.
Nah,
Do you know?
screw you. I'm not listening to that stupid advert with people talking like that. Talk normal.
I'm currently standing on a site in the UK that used to be a city within a city. Less than 200 years ago, if you were stood on this piece of land, you were subject to different laws than if you were stood here. And the area is centred around St. Peter's Cathedral, just like in the Vatican City, which is centred around St. Peter's Basilica. I actually went to Rome to the Vatican City this weekend to get this footage, so I really do hope my wonderful subscribers do appreciate that. And no, the topic of this video is not the City of London. In fact, it's not in London at all. The city I'm talking about today is of course York, in northern England, and the St. Peter's Cathedral is more commonly known as York Minster. The foundations of the building lay in the 7th century, but between the years 1285 and 1839, the building was part of what was called the Liberty of St. Peter, a liberty granted by King Edward I. So what did it actually look like in this closed precinct? So here's the current Minster area from above. These were the 4 gates, the 4 entrance points to the precinct. Everything else was blocked either by buildings or the 12-foot high wall that stood here. These gates are now gone, but the main entrance, which was on the south side, is still called Minster Gates to this day. And the closest resemblance of what the gates may have looked like, partially, can be seen on College Street. This is a late 16th century, early 17th century wooden gatehouse. They wouldn't have all looked exactly like this, but this is the only survivor. So this area within the walls and the 4 gates was the Liberty of St. Peter, and within this area we can see many striking similarities to the current Vatican City. Firstly, a rather unique connection that's going to blow your mind, and it goes back a long time to the origins of both sites. Before the current building and the Christian Liberty existed here, there was actually a basilica, a Roman basilica. In fact, near the south front of the minster, you can see one of the original columns from this basilica, which was found beneath the ground here. But it was one particular day at this basilica which is so important to this story. On the 25th of July, AD 306, a man named Constantine was proclaimed emperor here, Roman emperor, in this basilica, which is commemorated by a statue close to the column. He's actually considered a major turning point in the history of Christianity, being the first emperor to allow Christians to worship freely in the empire. This allowed Christianity to become a major religion over the next 1,000 years, and it's the reason we see so many great Christian buildings like this one across the world. But here is where it gets interesting. Underneath the current York Minster is of course the remains of the Roman Basilica. Underneath the current St. Peter's Basilica...
No peanuts, no gluten, nothing green. I want cute shapes, I want a dessert but not sugary, and if...
In Italy, they were experimenting with ways...
That actually looks kind of nice.
Hello everybody, welcome back.
Topic.
I'm Ian Laspina, and in today's video we are going to be discussing armets, and this example of a reproduction of the Cherbourg number S18 armet. So around the same time that the Great Bassinet was taking off in popularity, in Italy they were experimenting with ways to make the helmet more close-fitting to the actual human form. If you think about the way the bassinet tends to go on, you put it over the top of your head and slide it down into place. So the bottom opening can never be smaller in circumference than the largest part of your head, which tends to be the brow. But if you think about the way your head is shaped, below the brow, your head tends to get narrower down to the jaw, and then below the chin, it gets even narrower around your neck. So in order to get a helmet to fit closely, it requires some sort of hinged or moving component. There were a couple different ways to approach this problem, and I find it difficult to talk about the beginning of armet design without also addressing another family of helmets that took a similar but slightly different approach to this problem, and that is the Venetian great bassinets. So this is kind of an interesting family of helmets. There are several survivals. And what you're going to see is on the, this is what they look like. So this is an example of a Venetian great bassinet. It has a side pivoting visor. The top of the skull is very similarly shaped to contemporary bassinets, but the most notable design difference is this big hinge on what would be the wearer's right side. It's composed of a lot more plates than a normal bassinet of the time, but what this hinge does is it allows that cheek plate to swing open so that you can get your head into the helmet and then secure it in place. You'll see down on the center of the neck there is a locking pin.
Wait. I know I spelled it wrong. I don't care. Wait a minute. I said bassinet. Wait, no. I forgot to bloody. That looks quite nice, though, to be fair. Look at that bad boy. Yeah, I want to joust. I want to do jousting, but you know.
mechanism to keep the cheek in place. If you look at it from the front, you'll also see that there's only a hinge on what would be the wearer's right side. Remember in previous videos when we talked about asymmetry in armor, when it usually manifests itself on the right side being the more compromised side and the left side being the more well-defended side, because of the side on which you're more likely to take a blow, especially a lance shot. You'll also notice, here's another example. Unfortunately, the hinged cheek plate does not survive on this, but the visor is similar, except this one only has a single sight, so the sight goes all the way across instead of two individual sights like the previous one we looked at. Here's another example with a much wider facial opening, and again hinged on the right side of the cheek plate. It actually starts to be reminiscent of the later form of the barboot. There are also several visors that are listed as bassinet visors that survive, that have a very similar design to what we see on the Venetian great bassinets. Here are a few examples, and you'll see that they're all very similar in their basic appearance. Again, some have a single sight across, some have a double sight, but they're all relatively shallow visors, pointed a little bit towards what would be like the bridge of the nose, to kind of close that gap formed by the shape of the helmet, so that once the cheek piece is in place, the visor's down, it's actually very enclosed, but fits better to the narrower parts of the head than, say, earlier bassinet styles. So now taking a look at what would be considered the first true armets, and what I'm going to use as like the working definition of armet here is a close-fitted helmet shaped to the head that has hinged cheek pieces on either side, so that the entire lower part of the face opens to permit getting the helmet on and off, but when it's closed, provides a very close fit to the wearer's head. The first time that we really see it in art is around 1410 with the publication of Fiore di Liberi's Fior di Battaglia manuscript. It's a fighting treatise put out by an Italian fencing master around 1410, but in the armored combat sections, we see a lot of what look like early armet designs. So these are examples from the Getty version of the manuscript, and you can see that the guy on the left with the longsword is wearing a very close-fitting helmet with plates that form underneath his neck and chin to fit closely to the head. Here's another example of an early armet being worn on horseback with a visor. You'll note that the visor is similar in design to what we saw on the Venetian grand bassinets. Here is an example of two armets. So the guy on the left is wearing one without a visor. The guy on the right has the visor down, but what makes them characteristic of armets is that tight, close fit under the chin as the plates form to the jaw and the neck. And then finally here, you see this guy's caving in his buddy's face with a poleaxe, and he is wearing a very typical early armet. What I want you to note here is the shape of the skull, and then the way that the face protection forms kind of a scooped out bowl that comes from under the chin and up to basically the sight, the top of the sight. So the actual ocular without a visor in this case is formed by the lower edge of the facial opening and then the top edge of that bowl that protrudes out into the front. And the reason I'm pointing out that particular style is because one of the earliest actual survivals of an armet, which used to be in the Cherbourg collection, it was Cherbourg number 57, matches that image pretty well, if not exactly. So here is Cherbourg number 57. You can see that in profile you get that same scooped bowl shape of the cheek, of the hinged cheek plates. The side of the helmet, you see that kind of bar across the side of the helmet where the two plates come together. That's a flange that's actually protecting the hinge itself. So if you remember to the Venetian great bassinets, the hinge was pretty much completely exposed on the outside. On the armets, the hinge seems to be attached to the inside of the helmet, and then the attachment points, at least on the top, are typically protected. The actual hinge mechanism where the pin goes through is protected by this flange. You'll also notice that there are vervails along the lower edge of the neck here to attach a very short aventail. From the front and from the back here you can see kind of a combined image of the different views of this helmet. You can see how on the back of the helmet, the skull and the back of the neck are continuous, and then it narrows into what people usually call the tail of the armet there, and then the cheek pieces, as they close around the neck, form the additional protection around the sides of the back of the neck, and then ultimately all the way around to the front.
Welcome back. As the worrying, unexplained situation continues in Hawkins, India.
This is an Italian fresco of around the same time, dated to between 1410 and 1411. And you'll notice that here in the bottom left, there is another person wearing a very similarly profiled armet. The earliest known example of an armet on an effigy is actually on a German effigy of 1416. Dietrich Hofer, and you can see what gives it away as an armet is the way that it comes in close around the bottom of the jaw, and then you can see the locking mechanism on the front and center of the throat to actually secure the cheek plates into position. Another great example of an early surviving armet is the Cherbourg number 18 armet, which is what we have an example of here. So taking a look at Cherbourg number 18, you can see that the basic profile of the helmet is very similar in shape to the previous one that we looked at. So this one dates, the dating changes over time, but it's usually dated to around 1420, 1415, 1430, in that neighborhood. So roughly in the first quarter of the 15th century, kind of bleeding into the second quarter of the 15th century. But the profile is very similar. Notable differences are the side pivots, which would become kind of standard on armets. Side pivots very similar to the way a bassinet visor is attached. It still has the flange to protect the hinge. It still retains the vervails around the bottom of the neck for a short aventail. But what you're going to notice on this armet is it has actual breadths. So the holes punched into the helmet are present on this. That's not very common on armets. And the big design feature that everybody sees right away is what I call the picket fence, but the teeth that are cut into the top of the cheek plates. So what this does is it still provides protection all the way up to almost lined up with this edge here. So you actually have a very small gap for which weapons can get into the helmet. But it still allows you to kind of see through that. So again, like we always say, armor is always a trade-off between protection and some other desirable feature, in this case, vision. You're able to see a lot more, but this is now weaker than the previous example that we looked at. Can these be bent? Yes. Can they be broken off? Yes, it's definitely possible. But the wearer, the designer of this helmet, decided that at least the experimentation of adding additional vision was worth that trade-off and the potential loss of protection in this particular spot. Now, with the visor down, you're going to end up mitigating that. We'll talk about that more when we take a look at the actual helmet example that we have here. One aside real quick is everybody likes to point out like the one thing that, some scenario that could happen that could potentially defeat armor. Remember, the point of armor is not to make you invulnerable. It doesn't exist to turn you into, you're not supposed to be completely invulnerable on the battlefield. What it's supposed to do is make you more survivable in a combat situation. So there will always be some way to defeat the armor. Otherwise, you're going to end up locking yourself in a steel vault where you can't move and you're completely combat ineffective. You need to be able to see, you need to be able to breathe, you need to be able to fight. Ultimately, even in today's technology, armor is never completely protective. In order to be able to fight, there's always going to be some sort of trade-off. This is one of them. So somebody decided that seeing was pretty important, and I could agree with them. Now, if, the moon is in the 7th house, Jupiter aligns with Mars, and a warhammer happens to hit right here and bend one of these things in and allow weapon penetration, yeah, it's going to kill you, but we need to temper that kind of thought process with how likely is that really these people are moving, they're competent at fighting. We need to temper that kind of thought process with how likely is that really these people are moving, they're competent at fighting. You're not going to present the weaknesses of your armor to your opponent. Okay, so moving on to later and what would become more typical 15th and later 15th century armet design. This is an example from the Met of an armet dated to around 1430 to 1440. You'll notice that the skull is a little bit more rounded over now. It's a little bit less bassinet shaped. There's now a medial ridge. The medial ridge on the helmet is a lot more pronounced than it was on previous iterations. It still has a side hinged pivot. This particular one still retains vervails. We'll see that later armets end up going away from the vervails. It still has the flange to protect the hinges on the cheek plates, but one of the notable differences is this additional plate on the forehead. So armets ended up getting a reinforcement plate attached above the top edge of the facial opening to reinforce the forehead. You'll also notice that unlike the number 18 armet, later armets typically do not include breaths. In fact, I'm not sure of any that include breaths. So what we do see, though, is the facial opening on the armet when the visor is up tends to form this kind of T shape. So the facial opening tends to kind of expose the nose too when the visor is up. So that would definitely aid in not only vision, but more importantly, breathing. Other notable features of later armets are the inclusion of the rondel. So you can see on the back of the throat of this armet example here, there is a rondel that is projected off the back of the helmet on a little post. We'll see what kind of role that plays in a little bit when we talk about wrapper plates. But before we get there, I want to talk about visors. So the visors on later armets, if you look at this one, you'll see that the actual visor itself only includes the lower edge of the sight, the part where you look through. Only the lower edge is actually attached to the visor. The upper edge of the sight is actually formed by the lower part of the brow plate. So when you raise the visor, that brow plate is obviously not moving, and only the lower half of your sight is raised. And that there are two different kinds of visors. There are visors that do include the upper half. So here's an example of a first half of the 15th century armet, and you'll see that on this particular example, the visor itself includes both the lower half and upper half of the sight. So it's a little bit more robust of a visor. For whatever reason, there are images. Here is a 1440 to 1450 fresco from Italy that shows a lot of armets, and they appear to have visors like that example where the visor is the more robust design, where it's on both the top and the bottom. But for the second half of the 15th century, it seems to have been a lot more typical for the visor to only be that lower half, and then allowed the rest of the helmet to form the top half of that sight. The other important feature that really makes the armet very well suited to cavalry use is the inclusion of the additional wrapper plate, which is an optional feature that can be added to an armet. So if we look at this particular armet here, you'll see that there is a strap that goes around the back. Now you can see maybe why that rondelle exists. But more importantly here, the wrapper plate is an entirely additional plate that fits to the front of the armet, and it includes a reinforcement for the lower half of the face, and also usually includes articulated plates that now extend downward to form a continuous plate protection from basically the above the mouth down to overlapping the chest, so that the throat is considerably more protected than wearing the armet without the wrapper plate. So the drawback is when the wrapper plate is on, the armet itself is going to become less mobile, especially from side to side, because of the way that it overlaps with the chest. So it's going to hit the chest, it's going to bind on the chest as you move. But that's a desirable feature when you're in a cavalry situation, you're on horseback. You now have a very well defended throat, an extra layer of steel across the lower half of the head. So if you do get struck by a lance, it shouldn't be able to snap your head to the side as easily. It provides a smooth glancing surface and double reinforcement on the place where you're likely to take a lance strike. You'll also notice that there is a peg sticking out of the visor that fits neatly into the wrapper plate. That's a lifting peg, so that you can still grab the peg and lift up the visor as necessary, because the visor can raise and lower even with the wrapper plate in place. Here is another example of a surviving armet with a wrapper. The rondelle on this particular one is a restoration. The skull and the wrapper plate are both original, but probably not associated, because you'll notice that the gap in the wrapper plate for the lifting peg does not line up with the hole on the visor for where the lifting peg would have gone. But they both share similar maker's marks, so they were probably both made in the same workshop. However, they probably weren't intended specifically for each other. But that is how they're displayed now. And you can see that that rondelle actually not only forms a place, it does protect the straps in the back a little bit to protect the wrapper plate, but it also forms a nice little place for those straps to sit on, so that the wrapper plate stays very stable on the helmet. Okay, so now what we'll do is take a look at the example that we have here. So this is a reproduction of the Cherbourg number S18, and dated to, like we said, around 1420. Taking a look at the features, the original, the visor does not survive, but we'll come back to that in a minute. So taking a look at the features, if you look at it from profile, you get that characteristic swept kind of bowl scooped look that we see in early 15th century armets. The skull from profile forms a peak similar to the way that bassinet skulls were shaped at the time. This is the border of the hinged cheek plate. Here's the flange that protects the hinge mechanism, which is just under here on the inside. So here you can see the rivets that attach the hinge to the inside, and then the actual hinge portion with the pin going through it is right underneath the flange. Breaths on the right side, small number of breaths on the left side, and then the picket fence in the front here. The holes around here are for a sewn-in liner. This particular helmet at this present time has modern padding in it, so that's why you don't see thread here right now holding in a liner. And then we have vervails around the lower edge to attach a very short aventail. And then looking at the back of the helmet, you can see that the skull is continuous down to the base of the back of the neck, and then the sides of the neck wrapping around to the front are formed by the hinged cheek plates. This is the mechanism that you use to open and close the cheek plates. So all it requires is a 90-degree turn, it unlatches it, and then the cheek plates can be hinged independently. And this is what enables you to get the helmet on and off, because the opening in the bottom of the helmet is far too narrow to actually slip over the top of your head. This is one of the big advantages of the Armet, is that you get that kind of close fit that other types of helmets don't offer. So here, looking at the back again, you can see that narrow tail piece and how it comes down, and then when the hinge plates close, that's how you get that complete protection there. So to close it, it just slips over here, rotate 90 degrees, and it's locked in place. So after discussion with the owner, one of the things that we think is probably incorrect on this particular interpretation is the additional holes, the breadths cut into the visor. If you take a look at this sketch from my friend Augusto, you'll see that this is probably more likely how the visor would have been designed. So remember, we discussed before that this is potentially a weak point in the visor, that these can be bent or damaged. So when you do take advantage of using the visor and you lower that visor into position, you would want to reinforce that potential weak spot on the helmet itself. So having a solid plate here instead of a plate punched with holes would help reinforce that point of the visor where damage can occur. And when you are wearing the visor, you'd typically be wearing it because you want maximal protection. So that's why you would do it there. And then, of course, the visor itself rotates on pivots, very similar to the way a bassinet functions, with pins that are removable on either side so that the visor can be taken off the helmet. Alright, so now what we're going to do is actually put the helmet on. I'll show you how to put it on and off, how it functions. We'll talk about things like vision and movement. To rotate the pin 90 degrees, it'll unlatch. Hopefully you can still hear me. Now the mechanism is locked into place, and I can see. With the visor up, vision it's somewhat restricted down here, but it's really incredible the amount of the field of view that you get. Using my old peripheral vision test, I can actually see both my hands right now looking straight ahead. So that's pretty good peripheral vision. Looking up, I do see this out of the top of my eyes, but very little is actually restricted. And then it's very easy to see through the picket fence portion. It's definitely a feature that enhances the visibility of this helmet considerably compared to some of the others. If this was completely blocked off with no breaths, my vision everywhere from here down, so my hand is now below the level of the picket fence. Everything from here down would just be black. Because of the picket fence, I can see my fingers very easily at this level. And then the breaths, I can still see my hand on this side very easily. With the visor down, I'll put the visor down. I'm going to do the same peripheral vision test. I'm not sure how well you'll be able to hear me. As far as breathing goes right now, it's virtually unrestricted because of the visor being up and because of the picket fence and the breaths. So with the visor down, now I can still see my fingers right about here. I think it's just a little bit more in than where it was before. It's still very good. I do lose a significant portion of the vision above me. And if the visor were designed like we think it probably would have been, with this blocked off, I would kind of have a interruption in my vision right here, but I would still be able to see down here. In more typical Armet designs, pretty much everything from, so I can see my fingers out of the actual oculars here. So everything from here down would be obstructed if this were completely blocked off, but I would be very well protected. I still breathe fairly well, even with the visor down, but if this were completely closed, you'd start to really be breathing your own air back in, and breathing would get a lot more restrictive. As far as movement goes, movement is pretty excellent with an armet. You can move your head up and down, side to side. Is virtually unrestricted as the lower edge of the helmet floats above the shoulder line and collarbones so that it's not impinging on you. You get a little bit of drag from the aventail, but that's really insignificant. So rocking my head side to side, if this were fitted to me and sat up a little bit higher. So rocking my head side to side, if this were fitted to me and sat up a little bit higher. So rocking my head side to side, if this were fitted to me and sat up a little bit higher. So rocking my head side to moving, they're competent at fighting, the visor down. I'm going to do this. My hand is now below the level of the picket fence.
Hello everybody, thank you for joining the video. We're going to be playing Roblox today, so please join up. Yeah, please join up guys. Yeah, please join up guys. Yeah, please join up guys. Yeah. Yum, 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 yum. That loading screen was really bad. Like, I don't actually know. I might, can I just go over here? Hi guys, how are you today? I'm, yes, I'm having a good day too. Yeah. Goody. Hi guys, are you good guys? I can't talk like that anymore, bruv. That's hurting my throat. Imagine spending 5 Robux on this game. Wait, I've got to go all the way up here. Biggest player on the server. That's so cool. Wanna be friends. Let's see what you guys are saying. Not much. Yeah. This thing's so big, guys. I'm probably not gonna rebirth, guys. Ever. Also, are we ignoring the fact of how close we actually are now to being up here? Like, that is so crazy, guys. I'm actually amazed right now. We're nearly actually at the top of this. This is really just amazing. I physically can't express how amazed I am. It really is just absolutely crazy. Yes, soon I will be jumping down and getting my 5 wins. I have just got my 5 wins now and we are growing very big. Yes, so not long. Not long, not long. We are already so tall. This is so crazy. I'm actually so amazed right now. Guys, this is actually crazy. I can't express my amazement. What the fuck am I doing? If someone's still watching this, and I'm, someone's still watching this shit. When I get 0 viewers, I'm just gonna leave and end the live. Yeah. Or if I get to 600, if I get to 263, if I get to 265 subscribers, I'll end the stream immediately. Oh, that stream will end so goddamn fast. How's this bloke who's smaller got up here before me? Bruh, this is crazy, guys. And again, guys, if we reach 265 subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway of knowledge. No, a stupid little bitch actually got over this wall before I can. That's bullshit, bruv. I could have fucking got up there quicker. This is. This dick just jumped on my head, Kurt. This is bullshit, bruh. Wait, can I fucking. Oh, come on. Nah, fuck this, you fucking pleb. Fuck you. I'm not fucking setting for 2. Nah, fuck you, you fucking prick. You fat fucker. Okay, so it's clearly obvious that this shit's bullshit and bullshit and fucking... I could jump the fucking out of that bastard barrier. Fucking waste of my fucking time, you fucking cock. You... Oh, fuck this, you fucking big fucking stupid fucker. Fuck you. Shit, this is not working out too well. I'm getting fucking huge, bro. You fucking take a piss. I'm 1 win short, mate. Hang on, let's see this fucking side. Fucking 4, you cack. No, I was gonna say cock. I said cack. I don't know why. Just fucking. Brother, I'm already huge. What the fuck? I'm actually so big right now, bro. Bro, no one's spending 3 Robux on the. Actually, fuck it. I've actually got 3 Robux. It was 3 Robux, guys. I literally didn't have any use for it. I had 3 Robux for the last 6 to 7 months. Yeah, 6 to 7 months. I've had 3 Robux for the last 6 to 7 months, bro. It's actually been crazy. So I've just spent them because I may as well. I'm not using them, bro. Permanent multiplier. Becker. This is the biggest I've ever been, I think. Or close. I'm not already this massive. I'm waiting here for a whole 60 seconds. Yeah. Hey yo, I don't like that. I should be waiting for so long. Oh my god. Oh my god, bruh. Oh my god. Shut up and hurry up. Shut up, Cindy Lou. Go away, Kurt. This is my shit. Oh my god. 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 Yes! The hell did that do for me? Brother. The fuck did that do for me, Kurt? Did that give me? Okay. Oi. This is racism, bruh. You dickhead, yeah? Dickhead. Dickhead, dickhead, dickhead. No way, bro, just fell down. Mr. Walking Potato. No, 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 because I'm gonna die. No, if I stop, I'm gonna fall down. So I'm just gonna have to keep going with shit stuck on my screen. But I'm so big that I'm struggling to actually see the platform. Here we go. I got 39 wins, cuh. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm already 4.5k. Come on, let me over, bruh. Let me over, bruh. Come on, I need me my fair wind, bruh. Bum, dum, bum, bum. Get 15k size, cuh. Yo, cuh, that's crazy, cuh. Oh my god, guys. Oh my god. You weak-minded, cuh. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, ba, ba, da, ba, bum, 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 ba, da, bum, 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 bum. Nah, this shit's bullshit. Nah, cuh. Nah, cuh. This shit is bullshit. This shit is bullshit. This shit is bullshit. This shit is bullshit. Let's see how big I'll get by the end of this. Oh no, I can't say hi real quick, man. I was 69 wins. Ooh, it feels so bad. Fuck it. Hi. This is like a money laundering game, but you know, basically is what it is, you know, but you know. Now I'm not claiming this, I'm going to do it again. So you are live, I believe. So if we, yeah, hi. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Dark Zorb. I think that's all. Live. I can't watch it live because in this country you get screwed if you don't have a thingy. So if you watch stuff live on YouTube and stuff, you can also get in trouble. I don't know why, but it is how it is. I can't actually watch it live, so I'm gonna have to go back to the start. No, fuck that. So I'm watching this, not live. Gotta make that clear, okay? I'm watching it a minute behind. Get off my fucking screen real quick. Fire content, guys. Unfortunately, it's just me. Chat right now. I think it's just me. Everyone go subscribe to Dark Zoro or Zoro. He's down there, I believe. No, I can't fall. No, I fell down again. God. So that's 3 minutes ago. Yes, I'm still a minute behind. Oh, no. I fell down, bro, because I was chatting. I'm gonna try and get me some Robux. No, I don't want that common shit, Pick rewards. Yeah, right, epic now, man. 200 million. Come on. Let me go over. This is racism, cuh. What the fuck can't I get over here, bruv? Fuck you. You fuck. Who's this guy? I actually hate this shit right now. I hate this. Yeah, I know. Not the funnest thing in the world. But, you know, when you're bored, what do you do? What do you do? He clearly has. Fucking idiot. Fuck you. You're allowed to have opinions, bruv. Well, clearly you have an issue, otherwise you'd realise that people are able to have opinions. You absolute idiot. You buffoon. You buffoon. Buffoon. I think this thing actually takes longer to go up. But no, of course he's gonna like it. He's the biggest geezer on here. Okay, so he left, unfortunately. Helmets of the bassinet. I love mystery, not gonna lie, guys. Is he still alive? How many passes has this guy got? So Driving Empire was this guy's first badge. Fire, fire, fire. As you can see, I'm not watching live. Oh, Lego event. Okay, so he's on Driving Empire. He also used Prison Live. Cool. You know what else is massive? Oh, Depot Fade. Oh. Yeah, I like cars. I like boats, aeroplanes, cars, locomotives, and also steam vehicles, including steam traction engines, steamrollers, steam traction engines, steam lorries, cars. Who's this guy? Swear I recognise his user. Okay. I'm really bad at this game. I swear I'm bad at this game. Why is this shit so slow in reverse? watch an ad, gladly I'll watch an ad for free. The fuck? They've put advert. Okay, so that's crazy. That is crazy, bro. I was gonna invite everyone, bro. Tuning kit. Invite a friend. I'm just gonna invite you for the crack, bro. Wait, I've got 68 grand. Oh no, there's a house burning down. Womp. It was doing some money. Oh, 6 bounty. 6, 7. 120. Nah. Surely this isn't working out very well. Some random ass guy in the middle of the bridge. What? And a car? Wait. Nah, shit be tripping, bro. I swear that was Dark's car. I swear I didn't say help, I said hello. What do you mean? Watch, yes, or watch a video. I just can't believe there's adverts now in Roblox. Come on, you can't blame me for using booze. Hang on, I'm just gonna watch another ad. It's only 5 seconds anyway, I don't care. Gets me that skippity money, skippity fast. This bounty shit's bullshit. In fact, it's the money shit was bullshit. Where the fuck is he gone? Okay. I was gonna say, what do you mean? As if like I was saying, oh, I win. Even though I'm saying this in what do you mean, because, you know, we wasn't racing, or at least I didn't think we was racing, but I'm gonna say, what did we mean? What did you mean? If he says, I won, I'm gonna say, no question mark. Is he watching my live? Because if he's watching my live, then that's gonna be really stupid. Yeah, please. Okay, hello. Hello. Okay, bruh. Look for him. Match fail. Oh, no. No. This isn't what I wanted to do. How cute. How am I meant to compete with this shit? So 19k. I'm doing this for 19k. Oh, no, I'm doing this for 14k. This for 14,000. You take the piss. You took the piss. I'm clearly not going to beat against that or that. Oh, no. There's no selecting a fucking vehicle, is there? I ain't got a fucking other vehicle. Mm. Bum, 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 bum. This shit's awful. This shit is awful. This isn't a circuit, cuh. Cuh. Oh. This shit ain't too bad. Two times? Nah, I'm sorry. Pull out the weep. Fuck you, bitch. Oh my god. This shit's just bullshit, man. This shit's just bullshit at this point. Fuck you guys. Fuck you all. Fucking making me race for fucking jack shit. Fuck you. You fucking absolute dickhole. dickhead. Yeah, that's right, you dickhead. Fuck you! Nah, I'm never doing a race like that again. Oh, mate. Mate, I will never play this game again. I will never play this game again. Hate this game now. Hate that stupid feature. What's a tuning kit exactly? That sounds so dumb. I'm not being dumb. I'm not being dumb, but... Mate, why does everything do this? Oh my god. Oh no. Got to Lego. Yeah, look like I got one. Oh. Okay, I wanna go to Mexico, bro. No, I'm not doing global multiplayer, I'm going solo. Start. No, I'm not doing that again. Ridiculous that. 252k. Oh my god, bro. Okay, this race isn't too bad actually, I like this sort of race. More of a tracky race. Sorry for seeming to be rude, but I'm just currently in a race. So I don't know if you're actually watching me live, but you know. If you are, I'm currently in a race and I do apologise for seeming rude. This monster truck's actually fast. Actually good. That's ridiculous. I got 9 grand. I only got 9 grand. Oh well. I've got to go for a wee. So unfortunately it will kick me real quick.
If you disappeared tomorrow, no one would miss you, my father said at my birthday while everyone laughed and nodded. So I disappeared, and they went crazy when there was no one left to pay the bills. I turned 23 on a Tuesday. Mom ordered pizza instead of making dinner because she said birthdays weren't that serious once you hit 21. My older sister Brielle sat across from me scrolling through her phone. My younger brother Kyle was playing some shooter game on his laptop with his headphones half on. Dad walked in late from the garage, wiping grease off his hands. Mom put a cupcake in front of me with one candle. Make a wish, she said, not really looking at me. Before I could even blow it out, Dad laughed. What are you wishing for? Another year of living in our basement rent-free? Brielle snorted without looking up. Kyle paused his game long enough to smirk. I just sat there holding my breath over the candle. Dad kept going. Seriously though, if you disappeared tomorrow, no one would miss you. You don't do anything. You just exist here. I waited for someone to tell him to stop. Mom just nodded. He's got a point, honey. You really need to figure your life out. Brielle finally looked up. Yeah, it's honestly embarrassing at this point, Kyle added. Even I have more going on than you, and I'm 19. They all laughed. Not like joke laughing. Real laughing. I blew out my candle and went downstairs to my room in the basement. Here's what they didn't know. I worked remote for a software company making $78,000 a year. I told them I was doing gig work and freelance stuff that barely paid. The reason I stayed in the basement wasn't because I couldn't afford to leave. It was because 2 years ago, Dad's carpentry business went under. Mom's salon job didn't cover half their mortgage. Brielle dropped out of college and worked part-time at a makeup store. Kyle didn't work at all. I had been paying their mortgage for 18 months. The power bill, the water, the internet, the car insurance for both vehicles, groceries every week. I sent the money through an app to Mom's account in chunks, and she thought Dad's business was just doing better. Dad thought Mom was getting more clients. Neither of them asked questions because they didn't want to admit things were bad. I also paid off Brielle's credit card debt 3 times. I sent Kyle money for his gaming setup and his car repairs. They all thought they were getting lucky with random refunds and late paychecks. I never told them it was me because I knew how they'd react. They'd either feel guilty for 2 seconds, then expect it, or they'd get mad that I didn't tell them sooner. Easier to just do it quietly. But after that birthday dinner, I was done. I worked from my room the next 2 weeks like normal. I let the mortgage payment go through one last time so they'd have a month to figure it out. Then I started moving my stuff out in the middle of the night when everyone was asleep. I packed my car in 4 trips. Clothes, laptop, books, my good headphones, kitchen stuff I bought that they thought came with the house. On the last trip, I took the Wi-Fi router. They could buy their own. I found a 1-bedroom apartment across town and paid 6 months up front. Changed my phone number. Blocked all of them on everything. Made my social media accounts private. I didn't send a note. Didn't leave an explanation. Just disappeared like Dad said. The first week was quiet. I went to work, came home, cooked real meals for once, watched TV without someone yelling upstairs. It felt weird, but good. Then my old phone started blowing up. I kept it turned off in a drawer, but checked it once after 9 days. 63 missed calls from Mom, 41 from Dad, 20-something from Brielle. Even Kyle called twice, which he never did. The voicemail started confused. Hey, where are you? Call us back. Then they got annoyed. This isn't funny anymore. Then they got panicked. One voicemail from Mom crying. Baby, please, I don't know what happened, but we can fix it. Just come home. We got a notice on the house. I don't understand what's going on. One from Dad, angry but shaking. You can't just abandon your family like this. We need to talk. Now. Brielle left one that said, are you seriously doing this? You're being so dramatic. Just come back. I deleted all of them and put the phone back in the drawer. 3 weeks later, I got an email from Brielle on my old account I forgot to delete. She found it somehow. The subject line said, please read. I opened it. The email said the bank was starting foreclosure. Mom cried every day. Dad's truck got repossessed because they missed payments. They tried to figure out who was paying for things before but couldn't. Brielle wrote, we didn't realize you were helping. We thought things were just working out. Please call us. We're sorry. I didn't respond. If you disappeared tomorrow, no one would miss you, my father said at my birthday while
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum.
everyone laughed and nodded. So I disappeared.
I'm not watching it. Okay.
So I disappeared.
Bum, bum, bum.
Just working out. Please call us. We're sorry. I didn't respond. If you disappeared
Whoopsie daisy. Hey, 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 hey. Want to do a race? Please. So I can unlock that stuff. Oh well, He's gotta go, it's alright. I don't mind. Actually, that's kind of rude. I should probably at least say goodbye again. Oh. It's still online, but I won't push it because I know how shit is. They're nice. License. Wait. License vehicle. Free? 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 This vehicle cannot be sold. Yeah, boy. Yellow, red, black, another black. Probably gonna have to go with the yellow, you know. Secondary. No, that's vile. Red might actually be the best looking one. Nah, it's gonna have to be black. It's 3 plus it's a Porsche. Yes. Why wouldn't I want it? Toyota? No way. No, why did I say so? Chevrolet Camaro. This thing's beautiful. What colour do I have it? I might have it yellow, you know. A3 Toyota Camry. I think that's the name at least. I don't care though. Hot dog. Open event. Has bro left yet? Yeah, he's left. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bentley. How much shit are they selling? Okay. $3.5 million. I can't even give that money. I can barely get anything. I'll keep with what I got. But, yeah, nah, I'm not wasting my money on that. Probably save up another mil. Maybe. New car. So that's that Bentley. That's that Pagani. That's that Aston Martin. And that's that Lamborghini. No, stop putting me in the shop. I don't want to go in the shop. Looks like I had the TVR though, but no longer got it, which is crazy, but you know. What's a tuning kit? Look, I'm not, like, I know what a tuning kit is. It's to tune, but, you know, these, they've got boats. Licensed vehicles, none. I want to see the helicopters then. If they're the boats, what are the helicopters. That's nice. Wait, so you're telling me that first off, what's it? That's a bit bright. Hmm, that's quite cool. Yeah, if you had the money, you'd have to get something like that. Gotta be careful with the colours of those, they just look weird. How much is this? Isn't what's it look like? I don't think I'd waste my money on a helicopter though. Betty! Oh, fire notifications. I wanna watch adverts. I'll test the top speed of this first. I know this can actually go 180, so I don't know what I'm doing. You gotta be careful with your speed cameras, and I don't want to keep getting fined. There we go, I just got another 30k, guys. NASCAR entrance A. Okay, so what I'm gonna try to do, for the sake, I'm just gonna go around here just to make it easier. So what I'm gonna do is only when I go past those two speed cameras will I speed up. Yeah, basically, because I don't want to keep getting fined, because I want to keep some of my money. So, I'm going fast now because we're on the bridge as well. There's the fact that we're not by the speed cameras yet. Just let it casually slow down. So this is a speed camera here. This is another speed camera here. What the fuck was that, girl? Oh, that's cool. Look, you can break stuff like. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. Hello. Wait, who the skibbity hell is this? Who the skibbity hell are you? Oh, bro, I'm not gonna win if you're behind me. As in, I'm gonna win unless you're behind me. I mean, I'm gonna win unless you're in front of me. And so far, I seem to be winning. Oh no, we'll restart. Sorry, but it seems to be. Oh god. It turns out he actually is a bot. Now I'm so confused why he's in a different car. I might actually struggle to beat this Porsche, so we will give it as best as we've got to try and win. Okay, guys, we are going to go as fast as we can. I will struggle, but we will try. So let's go, guys. Why am I talking like that? I don't even know myself, bro. No, 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 no. Hacker, 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 hacker. Hacker, 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 hacker. Hacker, hacker, hacker. Kill yourself. You hacker. You hacker, 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 hacker. Hacker, 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 hacker. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. Fuck you, bitch. You gotta learn how to raise like a real man. Not gonna lie, I'm the one who just crashed, like, but you know. I don't care anymore about racing properly. I just want to beat him. Fucking nerd. No. No. You cuck. You cuck. Wait, what? Where's he gone? Still don't see him. I think he's lost. There's no way that I'm that far ahead. I know that. 64% done, guys. I'm so close to being finished. I'm actually so excited. Let's go. No, 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 no. Shit, shit, shit. You cunt. See, Daisy, I crashed again. Guys, I'm actually so cool. I actually can't believe it. This is so fire. I am so proud of this. And it's actually being crazy. Wap, wap, wap. Wap, 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 wap. Collect. Open times 2. Yo, no way, guys. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Bum, 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 bum. Got a motorcycle. Which one's the best? I feel like this might be the best one to upgrade because it's a Porsche. Porsches will always be like fire. Plus, I got some shit anyway. Performance. New. I'm not spending money, bro. So basically, I don't have enough for anything. Yeah, nah, screw you. 182. Yo, bro. Let's go. Hey, hey, 1, 2, 1, 2, hey, hey. The fuck is this? No way, bruv. No way, bruv. I could be second, bro. Ski. Mate, I was flying. Oh, mate. Come on. You're having me on here, mate. You're having me on here, mate. Mate. Mate, you're having me on here, mate. Mate. Nah, I'm not doing this, mate. No, mate. Nah, I ain't doing this, mate. Mate, nah, mate. Nah, mate. Nah. Nah, mate. Nah, mate. Nah, mate. I'm not doing this, mate. Mate. I'm not doing this, mate. Mate. I'm not doing this, mate. Mate. Mate, I'm not doing this, okay? I'm doing it in a different car, mate. 5 seconds I've gained. What? 7 seconds? What the fuck? 8 seconds. Nah, bruv, this ain't real, bruv. This is basically 9 seconds, bruv. Nah, this shit ain't real. 10 seconds. I've gained 10 seconds. 12 seconds. 12 seconds. I'm keeping a consistent 12 seconds now right now. 12 point. Yeah, this is consistent 12 seconds. This is crazy. Yeah, consistent 12 seconds right now. Yeah, it's a consistent 12. Mate, consistent 12 seconds. This is insane. This is right now. Oh my god, it's actually going up a little bit as well. Actually consistent, bro. Shut up, bitch. No, 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 no. Oh wait, I'm still 14 seconds ahead. This is crazy right now. But like, genuinely, it's actually 21 seconds. It's just crazy. It's crazy. 22 seconds. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. $25 seconds. Oh my god. Wow. Feel bad for playing against myself next time, like. Alright, behind. 40k. Best lap. We'll see how much extra time I can gain then this time. I'm behind almost a second already. It's awful that. Awful, awful, awful. Oh, I've fucked up being too fast on the last one. Now I'm fucked on this one. Okay, 4 seconds slightly in front now. Oh, I'm still slightly in front then. No, 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 no. I want to just actually fucking give up at 4 fucking seconds. Shut up, bitch. The officer can be on now. Three seconds behind. Fucking bullshit, bro. Fuck you. You fucking filthy bastard. You filthy person. I hope I'm not doing against my best again. It's actually the guy from last time. Oh, thank fuck. Oh, fuck. You fucking stupid bastard. Fucking stupid. Fucking full of yourself. Fucking prick. Fuck you. Fucking dirty fucker.
Tomorrow, no.
Oh, fuck this. Oh, where they fucking gone, you stupid prick. Fuck this, you fucking filthy fucker. Fuck you all. Work. There we go. Finally.